Last orders at the bar, please.
Welcome to Tavern Tales, a curated 5e Dungeons & Dragons adventure set in the tales of the Yawning Portal campaign module by Wizards of the Coast. Previously on Tavern Tales, our heroes have managed to deal with Sir Bluto and his men. Likely not in the way the adventure was intended, but still, they have broken bread, and a long rest was shared.
Come sit down and drink with the enemy, raise a glass and toast to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So come sit down and laugh with the enemy, raise a glass and sing to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So I won't end up being alone, 'cause I won't drink my drink alone. So what about you? One beer or two, I'll drink to you.
In order to get out of the water, all he does is he kind of aims his head down so that he can slowly glide to the bottom of it and put his feet down and get out of the current. And he lands that.
Nice. How does he land that? Does he land that on a knee and a foot and he slides forward on the wet stone? Or what's funny is that there is no wet. When you emerge from the water, none of the water stays on you.
He kind of slides out of it like a seal.
Cool.
Like on his stomach, and then he's able to kind of use the momentum to prop himself up onto his knee and then stand. And he'll yell out, "Sir Bluey, it is I, Zuvus. How are you here? And why are your swords drawn? This is not you."
Cool. Make a persuasion check.
12.
Okay, cool. And?
Hearing that Zuvus recognizes this
You're
guy,
going on at the exact same time.
I know, my separate plan was, we're friends and we're here to help. That was what I was going to say anyways. So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
a little disappointed that it wasn't sudden like arm blade / net free. Ha ha.
No, but I'm much better with charisma. She says, "Excuse me, we're your friends and we're here to help."
Cool. So are you rolling your own persuasion check or are you okay?
24. No, 22.
Damn.
22.
You're plus 8?
Yes.
Yeah, of course you are. You can have advantage on your check, actually, Paige. You called out and you said Sir Bluey. I mean, it would have been better if you'd been like Sir Bluto-san's Pite, because I think you're the only person in the world who calls him Sir Bluey. But nonetheless...
I rolled another 7.
Okay.
So 12.
How did this nickname Sir Bluey come to be? Like, did you just get his name wrong one day and it stuck? Or did you have...
No, there was another interaction that we had where he swallowed something and his face started going blue, and I assisted him and aided him.
Oh, nice.
And so because his name's Sir Bluto, from that moment, it turned into Sir Bluey because of that interaction.
I love that. During the trial, he had a drink of water.
Yeah.
Some sort of thing. It was poison, actually. Somebody was trying to off him before the trial could get fully underway, and he went blue in the face, had to be saved. You had a cure wounds salve that you applied and brought the poison forth. Awesome. He has nothing but renown and respect for not only the Triton people, but for yourself. He has stopped dead in his tracks. Your words, you know for a fact, have not stopped the swords from descending upon your two allies. However, you know how you're watching Batman, not to bring Harley Quinn into this, but nonetheless, you know you're watching the Batman cartoon and Harley Quinn has like all these henchmen that are just want to die for her.
Yep.
But you're like, How? You've basically you watch this happen in real time. Just the way she says it, how she moves when she says it. And it's less to do with what she's saying than all of the other W questions that are being answered by it. And all of them hold action. They all hold action, knowing they're holding action to spend their reaction to definitely stab should something untoward occur. It is now their turn, unless there's anything else you want to do.
I can Misty step away. I don't want to leave the thing. I'll do a pout.
Okay. I'll do it. I like, yes. All right. That's part and parcel with it. Yeah. You're going to hold to see what else arises. Okay. You're not going to use your bonus action this turn. That's fine.
No.
All right. So then it becomes Vulcan's turn.
Yes.
Vulcan, you're laying there entwined in this net. Your right wing, if you don't move a little bit to adjust it, you feel will sprain it because you're all tied up. In the kayak as well. Like the kayak is also like fully encased. So your legs are still trapped in the kayak. Your wings gotta feel like a sprain moving unless that happens. You've heard Zuvus say some weird stuff about a Sir Bluey. You've heard Thaysis call out and stop these guys from raining down ferocious attacks. What do you want to do with your turn?
I'm going to try and get out of this net that I'm intertwined with.
Okay. How will you do so? Or does that look an aggressive net freeing or what?
It's more of a methodical net freeing process.
Oh, okay.
As he just wants to get out of the net.
Would you be willing to take disadvantage on the check to free yourself from the net to make it look like you're non-aggressive in the process of doing so?
Yes, I will.
All right, then you can just make a normal check without disadvantage, indicating your intent.
13.
That is enough for you to get partially freed. However, you're still in the kayak, but your wing not in danger of being sprained. Anything else you would like to do?
Vulcan's going to call out to Zuvus. Do you know this person or these people?
You call out to Zuvus. The humans move towards you, and definitely it will not take anything other than their reaction to stick and poke you should you do anything more. You end your turn. It comes around to Sir Bluto's turn, and he suddenly calls out, Men, stand down! Is that you, Zuvi?
Yes. However, one moment. Vulcan, this is the only person in the world who is allowed to call me that, and you shall not repeat it. So Bluey, my dear friend.
You're lucky that he didn't call you by the full nickname, which was Zuvi Zuvi Zoo.
That's funny. How are you here? You were locked up the last I saw. You had little hope that you would make it.
No, you're right. Me and these honorable men have been collected by Caraptus. You know the name, the historical figure? Well, he's alive. Didn't think that was ever going to come to pass. No, I don't know if you recall that day, but I said what I said in front of you, and that led to Caraptus's, offer I could not refuse. I said I'd do anything to free myself from the dungeon I found myself in and the predicament I was part of, and that led to me accepting service with Caraptus, where I now kill erstwhile travelers who make use of the magical water tunnel.
I'm so sorry that this is the path that you have been led down, and I do not believe you have deserved any of this.
Oh, you're very right. Hey, Bluto, come on, man. Let's do our job, says one of the guys. He's got close cropped red hair, patchy, scraggly beard, really well-kept sword, but not very well-kept otherwise, and his shoes and his feet give off that really, like, foul, foot odor, fungal infection thing.
Hold on. I understand, based on the other creatures we have met in this dungeon, that you have a requirement. However, we have been able to work with others that we have passed, and have passed some of their puzzles, and I would like to see if there is a way to assist you and accomplish our goal, and we can all leave here together, and you may finally have your freedom that you deserve.
Oh, that would be a great gift, no doubt. Yeah, whatever. Listen, we got a job to do, and Caraptus is gonna mess us up if we don't take care and dispatch those that come into this way. So, sorry, you found your way here. Sorry, things aren't gonna... hold on there, McCormack. We can come to some sort of arrangement. I don't know, Bluto. We've been listening to you for a while, but you seem like a little old, and maybe it's not so much your time to be the leader. Oh, Caraptus made me the leader. He definitely looks like he's floundering in front of his men. You have freed yourself in this interim, Vulcan. Do you assist Thaysis in getting free of the netting, or do you do anything different?
I'll assist the robot.
Perfect. Free the robot from the kayak. Both of you get out of the kayak, and you're standing there. Please note, you are not wet at all. You are dry, bone dry. In fact, any residual moisture that Zuvus may have had as a Triton that he naturally excretes and manages is gone, and you are feeling the effect of being extremely, extremely dry. The river continues to flow behind you. 8 human knight type people, mercenaries, I guess you would really probably call them, stand arrayed around you with swords drawn. Sir Bluto definitely seems to be in a predicament. He's being challenged by this underling. Ren McCormack is his name. What do you do?
I don't know how much I need to let you on this, but we're coming to rescue you.
McCormick, is that what Sir Bluey has referred to you as?
What of it?
This gentleman that you are speaking so lowly to is one of the best individuals and leaders I have met, and you should show him more respect, and you are very lucky to have him leading your group.
You saying the Red River Massacre, the guy who killed 37 people, is a good guy?
I was a witness of that massacre.
Yes, of course, you were a witness, and all of it transpired.
Was an unbelievable murderer of those people.
Yes. That's what he said, yeah, of course.
You should shiver in fear in his presence and not try and cross him.
I don't know, he's getting kind of old in this turn of events. Last group that came through here, he got kind of blue in the face when we executed the plan as Caraptus laid out for us. So I don't know. How you guys feeling? Do you think this guy's the right one to lead, or should I take over? I mean, Caraptus isn't going to care as long as the job gets done, right? It's done right.
Wait, are you planning on killing me? I'm here to help.
I mean, if Sir Pluto here's gone, I mean, we got room in the ranks for another if you want to join us.
No, I was going to try and get you free.
Yeah, what is freedom, eh?
All right, existentialism.
Tell you what, you can live, you can join us, you help us kill these two and mustaches over there.
Yeah, let's shake on it.
Okay.
I'm going to come up and I'm going to stab him in the stomach with my arm blade.
All right, roll with advantage.
All right.
Oh boy.
No one sees this coming, right? Based on the persuasion skill from before, no one sees the arm blade. Have the two of you seen the arm blade?
No.
Oh my.
Good to see it now.
Oh my God.
Okay, so just to describe it, I go in straight for the handshake, but my arm blade, it's like my hand transforms a little bit and like out of like my wrist to hold it. Basically, my hand kind of turns into the hilt of it, and yeah, it like shoots out as a longsword. That would be a 14. I don't like this guy.
Kind of confrontational.
He's wearing half plate, isn't he? So I might not hit him. At least it's a surprise.
Surprise.
Surprise stab. It'd be better if I was a rogue with an arm blade.
Yeah. Pretty dope.
Well, even with surprise, the armor class for these fellows is an 18. So that is not enough to have gotten him with your arm blade.
Oof.
Is there anything else that you could possibly do?
To make me cooler?
Yeah, I don't think so. It's not like you have a bard with bardic inspiration. Did you add the +1? I mean, you only got a 14, so it's not going to help there because it's a magical arm blade, right?
Yeah, I could just Eldritch Blast him in the face.
Well, you chose your arm blade attack.
I know.
So what did you roll on the die?
A 1 and a 6.
Oh, that's why. I mean, yeah, there you go.
I didn't roll well, so.
You needed a 10. You had a 50-50. You should have rolled high enough. So, you have failed to strike him. The blade comes shooting out and rests against his throat.
Scoodle.
Shocking everyone, especially Sir Bluey. Mostly shocking McCormack, who had switched hands with his blade to shake your hand. He goes to leap back and readies his sword. See how it is? Try to trick me with your robotness. And he will attempt to cut you down with his sword. The other 7 knights stand back to watch. Sir Bluto moves closer to Zuvus. You're not too sure if it's a, if familiarity and like, oh, finally someone I know, or like, protect me sort of move. You're not too sure. You could make an insight check while McCormack rains blows down upon the embattled Thaysis. One of the attacks is a 16, the other is a 10, giving it a definite hit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so with a hit, you take 10 slashing damage. That was his turn. It is your turn again. However, I will ask Zuvus and Vulcan, do you want to get involved in this one-on-one combat?
Not at this point. I feel like based on what's happening with the others, we don't want to...
Fair.
Get overrun kind of thing.
No one, get them riled up. Like, they seem to be on the edge, depending on who wins this duel.
That's fair. Yeah, same thing. Just
all right.
kinda...
They both step back and nod appreciatively with a suggestive hand wave of, you got this.
All right, I'll go stab at him. He does 2 attacks, though. So
Yes,
I wonder if I'll have to Eldritch Blast him.
potentially.
I'll do this first. I'm not rolling well.
No?
No.
How'd you do?
6. Well, 6 plus 8. So
All right, you've rolled a 14 again. He has rolled a 4 and an 8, both of which are not sufficient to... Yeah, because he's only plus 5. So that is a 9 and a 13.
clashy clash.
He levies his great sword, takes 2 slashes at you, and misses.
Dancing around.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm rolling worse. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, you're lucky because he is also not rolling well. I've got a 9 and a 4, which is a 14 and a 9. So I just have to get a 10 to beat you, and I can't do it either. So you've cycled around each other, testing the waters, as it were, as the two of you levy ready blows and whatnot. You have taken 10 points of damage, and a slash has cut through into your armor. He has taken no wounds at all as of yet. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'll try one more time to stab him.
Okay.
And if that doesn't work, I'm going to Eldritch Blast him.
Anything else you'd like to do in this attempted stab with your sword? To spend a blue gem for Ed.
I think so.
All right. Would you like to spend your
Sure.
blue gem or not? Okay. You may have advantage on this check.
Don't be terrible. Yeah.
How'd you do?
15.
That is not enough.
I'm not rolling well, so.
Correct. All you need is a 10, and I continue to see single digits come up for Marie Claire over and over and over again. Are you rolling a d12, perhaps?
No.
Anyway, he strikes. One of them rings true, does 10 more points of slashing damage to you.
All right. Well, now I'm pissed off.
He's pissed off. He should be able to hit you more often than this. He gets 2 attacks.
Yeah.
The two continue to cycle and circle around each other. Everyone else is having like a cup of tea, a little...
Making bets.
Do an assessment of the others. This guy definitely seems to be the best of the group as a knight.
Thaysis gets frustrated with not being able to stab him. So she's like, "Meh," and then goes, "Raven Queen, I need your assistance in this. Please show this guy who's boss." And then she blasts him with the dark lightning energy that she has been known for.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully. Nope.
Oh my lord.
I'm not. Yeah. I can't take very many more hits. So
I have rolled a 9 and a 3. I've not been successful in hitting you again, as I'm guessing he is so shocked he steps back a half a foot and his back is directly in front of the raging river torrent as he misses you, and it is your turn. And everyone may make an insight check, however, before you go forward with whatever you're about to do next. And if you've beaten a 12...
I got a 5.
So only Zuvus can see that the other 7 knights, and including Sir Bluto, are quite not happy about this eldritch blasting that's going on suddenly out of nowhere, that they went from a proper knightly duel to, calling forth from, otherworldly powers to strike people down. And so they're bristled and may need to be spoken to one way or the other. But nonetheless, it's happened. So if it happens again, it's already occurred once. So what do you want to do on your turn, Marie Claire? It's your turn.
I'll try to Eldritch Blast him again. Yeah, finally, a 20.
Okay, you've
That's
hit.
one of them, yeah. That's 12 damage.
All right, he grabs at his shoulder and glares at you fiercely and levies another double attack at you. It looks like that maybe did a small amount of damage to him. I've got a 15. So
yeah.
It does 10 points of damage to you.
Okay.
Everyone can see that Thaysis does not seem to be faring well against this knight.
Can I step in seeing what's happening and like what's, because I want to try and diffuse the situation. And so what I'd like to do is cast Gust of Wind towards McCormick and blast him into the water. Succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from you in a direction following the line.
I thought you were going to 300 him into the...
Yeah, I have nothing that has like pushback. So
if I tackled him, I could technically push back.
My other thought was putting up a wall of water between both of them and trying to persuade everyone to calm down and that this isn't the way to go.
I mean, you could definitely Gust of Wind McCormack into the thing. I would lock eyes with Thaysis first to see if Thaysis wants that help. Your guess is as good as mine as to how those other 7 knights are going to react when you interfere with this duel, if you chose to do so. This is not like Gust of Wind is going to be, who did that come from? It's very clearly you pull out a fan or something and you're like, and the wind gusts forth from you.
I know what I would say immediately following this. I have that.
Cool.
is it my turn?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Can I just make like a physical push him into the water? Can I just like physically push him into the water?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just do that then.
All right, make a grapple check, which is your strength plus your proficiency bonus.
No.
Why you continue to trust those dice?
I have changed to 4 different pairs of dice already. I've done all of those dice. They all don't like me, so.
Roll an orange one. Oh my god.
All right, you reach out to grapple McCormack, failing to gain purchase.
Oh, can I just say, what is the percentage of that?
Really low. Really, really low when you're plus 8. Like it's 50-50 that you should be rolling higher than that. It's basically flipping a coin. And Marie Claire's just flipped a coin and it's come up tails like 12 times in a row.
Do not buy a lottery ticket tonight. Or do.
Anyway, you grab hold of McCormack, failing to get purchase on him. How many hit points do you have left? I mean, I don't
8.
really care.
I will be passing out.
So you lock eyes with Zuvus.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm about to die. I'm about to be turned off. Lose energy.
So since she went to grapple, she's with him now.
Oh yeah, definitely like engaged to be married. I'll help you out. Thaysis doesn't need to breathe. So if you throw them both into the water,
I'll be fine.
it's not going to matter.
I will do that. I'll gust of wind. Zuvus sees what is occurring, and as he considers this person a friend, he could feel himself getting very protective, and he grabs his bottle that he has and he changes the nozzle and he puts a bottom on it that looks like it's clear and it doesn't look like there's anything in it. And as soon as he attaches it and shoots with the nozzle, a little tiny tornado begins to form from the bottle and it launches out towards the 2 people who are fighting.
Sure, they both need to make strength saving throws, is it? To keep their feet, and the difficulty is your spell DC,
Yes.
which I believe is 15.
Yay! I got an 18. Yay me.
Succeeded that.
Yeah. Just not actually poking anybody.
It didn't really matter if you got thrown into the river or not, but I like how you're like, I fight it off. I have a 19 saving throw for the night.
God damn, dude.
Wind cuts the river in half. The river kind of stops flowing and this gap continues to flow away and this other part builds up.
When he does this, he yells out in a little bit of frustration and says, "We are all currently trapped here against our wills, and we should be working together in order to gain our freedom from this place and live our own lives, not one devoted to another."
Vulcan's looking at the other 7, just to see what are they? How are they reacting to like this gust of wind and this?
Make an insight check.
15.
Okay, 15 is enough for you to know that they're not really sure. They knew of the power struggle between McCormack and Sir Bluto before, but all of them were perfectly fine with continuing to support Sir Bluto one way or the other. This new evidence that seems to have come to light, they're not too sure about. They definitely thought Thaysis was going to be a lot tougher of a combatant than Thaysis just turned out to be, so they're feeling like, but they are not, especially with this new magic use from Zuvus and the winged tiefling in front of them, they're not super keen on flipping sides with just McCormack, right? Like, Bluto seems to not want to fight you guys. They're fine with not fighting. They were much more comfortable throwing nets on people and stabbing them to death. Like, that was their way through on these things. So, it's your turn, Thaysis.
Mm-hmm.
You have sidestepped the wind.
Yep.
In your dance with McCormack. What would you like to do?
And the wind's still there because it's a concentration.
Right. It's like trip him. Yeah, I'll try to Eldritch Blast him again.
Okay.
I both hit.
Okay.
One got a natural
Nice.
20.
All right.
So yay.
See, just eventually
About time.
big numbers come up. Do the non-nat 21 first.
So that's an 8. 22 for the nat 21.
He throws his sword to your feet and surrenders. I know. Keep the magic out of this. Whatever. You win. But had he struck you, you would be dead.
Yeah.
Well, he would have laid you out with the first blow, and then the second one, well, you'd be making death saves, but the first one would have been X'd out, and you would have only had 2 left.
Right.
So, because I rolled 2 nat 17s. So he throws his sword on the ground, having given up because he's only got 10 hit points left, and he doesn't want to die, and he gives up. What do you do?
Zuvus, what do you want to do? These are your peeps, I think. Or at least that guy is.
Yes, I am only aware of this one. However, I feel as though we can come to some sort of agreement to try and escape this place and allow them their freedom as well, while achieving our goal.
Well, Zuvio, won the day. I'll deal with my men here. He pulls forth from inside his shirt a chain with a key on it and says, "You'll need this while you're going. I don't know much more than this little area that we're in. But call forth and we will aid you if need be. Hopefully Caraptus will not have thought we came here at all." And then he looks around like nervously and he blows through his mustaches. And you have a moment's pause with these 8 knights, the injured McCormack and Sir Bluey.
I feel like maybe this would be a good opportunity to take a rest. Like, it may be a safe enough spot now that we're all friends.
Before we take a rest, I'm going to take that net that was thrown on me, and I'm going to tie up McCormack's hands behind his back so he can't pull any shenanigans.
I think he's pretty scared of us.
Well, let's figure all of that out and determine whether or not there's going to be a needed rest. And any questions you might want to ask Sir Bluto and these knights, and figure out if they're trustworthy enough to rest with next game.
Wonderful.
Raise a glass and drink with the enemy. Raise a glass and sing with the enemy. And I'm not gonna do this on my own. And raise a glass and toast to the enemy. Raise a glass and sing to the enemy. And I'm not gonna do this on my own.
This concludes this episode of Tavern Tales, a curated Dungeons & Dragons 5e game set in the Tales of the Yawning Portal adventure module by Wizards of the Coast. Our intro and outro music is the song Tavern Tales by the Bad Billy Band. You can find out more about the Bad Billy Band on iTunes or at www.badbillyband.com, or follow them on Twitter at badbillyband. Thanks for listening. Please feel free to leave us a review on iTunes or find us on Twitter at tavern_tales. We'll be back next week with more of the adventure.
No, I kept on saying Zuvus. So, Zuvus, you and I in a kayak.
Yeah, and then Zuvus said,
Literally
"I can
said that
swim."
to the Triton in the group
I know,
with gills.
because
Who's
they
probably
understand
water.
water.
Who's probably super excited to be
swim
Fine.
water.
Okay, boat dude.
Yeah.